Hey everyone, it's Laura Madrigano, and today I am making a quick video to answer your questions. And the first question comes from Nancy, and she asks, can SVT be caused by certain things we eat and POTS? Okay, so for those of you that don't know what POTS is, POTS, P-O-T-S, stands for postural orthostatic intolerance. And what that means is that your blood pressure changes drastically depending on positions that you go into. And I never really talk about this, but I suffered from POTS. I was diagnosed with POTS. And one of the things that happened to me when I was trying to heal my SVT and I made dietary changes along with several other changes was that my POTS 1000% completely went away. And I'm so grateful for that because I really had it very bad for a very long time. I could not go from bending to standing without getting an accelerated heart rate or feeling like I was going to have an SVT. I couldn't pick up my toddler. It was hard to know what was happening first. Was POTS causing my SVT or was SVT causing my POTS? So they are definitely linked, and the answer to can SVT be caused by certain things we eat is a firm, absolute yes. Without a doubt, SVT can be caused by things that we eat. So the reason for that is kind of complicated, but there's several reasons. Number one, SVT is definitely connected to your stomach. So many people will tell you that they are more likely to have an SVT if they ate a large meal, or if they had gas, or if they had acid reflux, or if they were constipated, or if they had a bowel movement. So there's so many little connections that, we're all making as SVT sufferers. We're kind of drawing these conclusions, which is really, what I did in my own life, which is why I started my blog. I drew my own conclusions. I knew that every time I was constipated, I was far more likely to have an SVT. And then what constipated me was if I ate a bagel, I wouldn't go to the bathroom for 2 or 3 days. I started noticing, other connections with my diet, but it wasn't until I had an SVT attack after I ate a cheesesteak sandwich. That's right, I used to eat cheesesteak sandwiches, and it was delicious. But the next day, I did not go to the bathroom, had an SVT, and I was so afraid that was one of my, key, crucial, deciding moments in my life to say, okay, enough is enough. I really need to look at my diet. And shortly after that, I did the test with Enterolab, which is the stool sample to kind of tell you all the things that you are allergic to or reacting to or, inflamed from. And your stool sample gives you direct results for you to personally study. And I did that, and I eliminated my food allergens, and it was a massive, massive component to reducing and preventing SVT. In fact, since then, I think I've maybe only had one SVT since I went gluten-free and really drastically changed my diet. Now, the long answer for why when we change our diet does it reduce our SVTs is because when we take out our food intolerances, it gives our gut a chance to heal and absorb vital minerals and nutrients that are needed for healthy heart rhythm function, electrical function, and so many vital functions in our body. So I believe that it took me about a year, I'm gonna say, to heal my gut from gluten, maybe longer. But not only did I eliminate foods like white sugar and gluten, but I layered in ridiculously healthy foods like naturally gluten-free grains like quinoa, brown rice, brown rice pasta if and when I had to have pasta. But I also started having much more nutrient-dense meals like protein-packed smoothies with green vibrance and berries and bananas, and I use a pea-based gluten-free protein called Metaclear, which is a liver support. So I not only eliminated gluten, but I started just layering in amazing food into my diet and my life every single day. And slowly I, crowded out my SVTs through the dietary changes I made and other changes. But specifically the question was, can certain things we eat cause SVT? Now, my food and lifestyle tracker that you get for free when you opt into my list is an amazing tool to just write down every single thing that you eat and start to draw your own conclusion, because we all have triggers. Gluten, while I really think is one of the main underlying causes, is not the only cause. You might have your SVT triggered by several other things that are unique to you. Some people it's chocolate. I'm okay with chocolate. Some people it's wine. I'm okay with a glass of wine. But again, I might be okay with occasional chocolate or wine because on so many other levels, I'm eating like a rock star. So if you want help with this, this is what I live for. I would be glad to help you study your tracker, change your diet, elevate your diet. And not only that, but I help people who for whatever reason can't do that. Maybe you have emotional eating issues. Maybe you're totally addicted to chocolate chip cookies like me. And you need serious help in figuring out how to transition out of like poor food or self-care habits into healthier ones. So these are all things that I do in my private coaching. And if anybody is interested in that, just feel free to email me or sign up for one of my free 30-minute calls. So I encourage everybody to absolutely eat like a rock star, clean up your diet. My opinion is a naturally gluten-free diet, very high in plants, veggies, superfoods, greens, beans. Those are all my favorite things. I personally don't eat a lot of meat, if at all, and I eat very little dairy. When I do, it's organic. And again, I go by my blood type. I'm B, so I'm okay with a little dairy. Different blood types are not. So again, we would talk about that on a personal basis. So Nancy, I hope that answers your question. Everybody keep posting, because although it took me a little while to get this video made, I'm ready to make some more now. Okay, everybody, have a great day.